Wayne, can you just describe just kind of the amount of people, I'm sure it's been overwhelming, that have reached out to you, alums, former players, current people you've run across in your basketball life. Everybody knows the Beavers, and you got a lot of people backing you now. Everybody loves an underdog and a lower seed, and it seems like the Beavs are kind of a little bit of America's team right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's been incredible. I wish I could respond to everybody. I apologize. It's great because a lot of them say, don't get back to me. We know you're busy, but just the outpouring of support, and you mentioned it from our supporters back home, around the country, former players, but it's been really neat to hear from, the ones that have been there from day one and haven't wavered. It's just, again, I'm happy for our guys and for their families, the ones that have gone before us, that have had good and bad times, that have stuck with us. And it's really neat to be sharing this with all of them.
Nick Daschel.
Yeah, Wayne, offensively, the last 8 games, the shooting percentages have gone up considerably, and the number of threes you've hit have really gone up. Is that just a product of things are going well inside and it's really opening up everything?
Well, I turned over the offensive responsibilities to the assistant coaches. I think that's what it is, by and large. No, that's a joke, Nick. I think you hit it on the head, Nick. When our guys bought into making post play a priority in our offense, we tried that early on. We stressed it, but until the guys really executed it, and then our bigs got confident and started producing, I think that's all led to the success we've had offensively. You attack inside, you make that defense compact, you're going to get good inside outs, drawing kicks. I think also in combination with that is our focus from our perimeter players to penetrate, to pass, instead of always thinking you got to get in there and throw up a shot. So now we're getting higher percentage looks on drawing kicks and in and outs.
Travis.
Wayne, I know you've talked about this just over the last couple of days about how your team stayed locked in, but can you just describe the last 24 hours for you and this team? And is today kind of a crash back to reality at all?
No, our guys are riding a wave, and so they didn't get overly excited after last night's win. I'm sure they did when they went back to their rooms and rifled through social media like we tell them not to do. But when we came to practice today, you didn't see any inflated egos. You didn't see anybody lose their focus, and because we've got all the answers now. This is a very focused, confident group right now. I don't know how far, we'll ride this thing, but I couldn't be more pleased as the head coach to see how disciplined they've remained and how they've kept things in perspective. And one thing we said through the good times and the bad is I can't, the same stuff that will make you laugh will make you cry. I can't say that how we normally say it. Or, you're never as good as you think you are. You're never as bad as you think you are. So our guys have kept their feet on the ground, and that's what makes me extremely proud of them.
Kate?
Coach, I know last week you said it still hasn't really hit you yet when you guys got to the hotel, arrived in Indy. But as you walked through that tunnel, opened up into the arena yesterday, what was going through your mind as you guys play on the biggest stage of college basketball?
Well, first thing was, let's get the dang ball in the air. We had to sit inside that practice gym for a little while and do our warm-ups in there. We just wanted to play. But, walking out there and seeing family, of our players and the coaching staff, supporters in there, wearing their orange and black, yelling "Go Beavs," was pretty cool. And then hearing that fight song before we took the court was great. And it's weird. Usually I'm a pretty emotional guy. I mean, I get teared up, at times, when there's a big game and there's family there, and you hear the national anthem, and but we've been pretty stoic through this whole thing. And I read an article back home today just about our path and how deserving we are of this moment for all that we've been through, and talked a lot about my family. And that's the first time I've gotten choked up really since we left Las Vegas.
Yeah, Oklahoma State, I think they were averaging somewhere around 77 a game. Offense is going to be pretty big tomorrow, isn't it? That's kind of the theme I'm going with here anyway.
Well, my theme's going to be defense. And Nick, I didn't know if that was a hand I saw or a finger. Be careful what you put up.
What? I don't have a hand function on here. I don't even
No, yeah, obviously we've got to be able to score the ball, and that was a focus last night. With their defensive numbers, we knew we needed to see that thing go through the hoop, and it's going to be another key tomorrow. But really, defense starting with transition D, they're really talented. Mike's done such a great job. I have so much respect for him. We've gotten to know each other on some of the Nike trips. He's done an incredible job. Really proud, of the job that he's done, and just the intensity and the discipline his teams play with. It's going to be a heck of a challenge, but at this point, that's going to be each time you take the court. And our guys responded, last night, and we'll expect the same tomorrow night.
A couple of during Oklahoma State's availability today, one of their players said he had never heard of Hoosiers. Is that possible with your team? You think everybody on your team has heard of Hoosiers?
Nothing would surprise me with my team. I'm sure that they've heard. You hear we've said jokes in huddles before about run the picket fence, but that movie's been back there a while, so it wouldn't surprise me if we had some guys that hadn't heard of it.
Your daughter posted a video today of you guys on the baseball field. Was that you throwing post routes?
You saw that. Hopefully she showed the touchdown and not the pick six, but
I saw that. Yeah.
We get an hour a day where we get to get out of the bubble and go right across the street to Victory Field and get a little time outside. And a couple of the first days it was cold and rainy, but our guys loved. I think they got out there Thursday, threw the football around, played a little soccer. And we went right from practice out there today. Today's been the nicest day by far. And it was nice seeing them being kids. They've been through so much, and they're so deserving. And I'm talking about everybody in this deal. It's fun to let them get out there, see them have some fun, and be kids again.
One other thing, Maurice is obviously playing against his former team. A lot of those guys probably weren't on the team when he was there, but have you had any players previously play against, their former Division I team, in a fairly, prominent game? And how did that go? I
don't think so. Not that I can recall. I know we played Santa Barbara last year with Ja'Cory. What's neat is, we've got GCU just a couple rooms down from us and bumping into Sean Miller Moore. Nothing but smiles, and he gave us a shout out when he saw us down the hall earlier this morning after our win. So it's great to see those guys go on and have success. But I can't remember, playing against a former player in any big time game.
Means that go ahead.
Tinkle and Hinkle kind of was meant to be.
Yeah, somebody sent that to me this morning. I kind of got a chuckle. It rhymes anyway. I don't, beyond that, I don't know, but it'll be, I'm sure, something that people will have some fun with, and hopefully it brings some good juju for us.
Carter?
Yeah, Wayne, hopefully you can hear me. My connection's not the greatest, but
gotcha.
Cade Cunningham might be the best player in Indy right now. So what you mentioned the importance of defense, but what parts of his game do you need to take away to be successful?
Well, he's such a talent. He can shoot it from distance. He's got good mid-range. He can get to the rim and finish. Plus, he's got really, really good vision, and he's a willing passer. So we can't guard him with just one guy. We're going to have to put different guys on him, maybe smaller, quicker guys at times, maybe at times guys with a little more length. And then we'll have to guard him with multiple guys and give him different looks. But he's such a talented player. It's going to take all five guys on the court paying attention to him to give ourselves a chance.
Hayden?
Yeah, Wayne, you got the OSU women tipping off at 4:30. You guys are 6:40. You give Beaver Nation permission if they're a little late to the party tomorrow?
Oh, for sure. We're sending texts back to the women's staff, fired up for them. Gosh, they've been through a lot also this year, playing some really good basketball late. So, heck, I might even be watching from the locker room before we tip up. So, yeah, they've got permission to tune into us a little bit later if that game goes to the wire, for sure.
Nick Krupke, you have another question?
I certainly can. Just, it's so rare. We've never seen before both men's and women's teams from Oregon and Oregon State being in it. I mean, just the significance for you guys where, sports fans back home in the Beaver State have been missing so much. Just the joy and just kind of the juice you're bringing to people and having some local rooting interest here in the big dance that obviously has been away for 2 years. You guys understand the significance of that you're giving hope to a lot of people to tune in and kind of back the home state?
Yeah, I think so. And that's been a big part of what I'm hearing from the emails is just in a year that's been really rough on all of us, we're bringing some joy and happiness. And that's really cool, when you think about it. I mean, college athletics, is so important for a lot of reasons, the education that they're getting, the life lessons that they're learning, and everything else. So it's neat that we're able, to kind of share some of that and give some hope and joy back, especially, to our supporters and to our state. And, then you add, the other two schools, all four of us being in both tournaments is pretty neat for the state of Oregon.
Any other questions for Coach? If you do, just go ahead and jump on in.
Yeah.
You guys notice I've been a little surly the last couple of days, right? Those of you that follow. Somebody came up with this ranking of coaches in the tournament as players, and I'm a little hot under the collar that I think I was picked 8th, Sean. Yeah, that's disappointing. Some of those guys in front of me. Some of them very deserving, but a few others.
Like who?
I'm not mentioning any names, but obviously you guys don't have access to reel tape to see some of those highlights from back in the day, but
I've heard.
I tell you, I had
I
NBA hands, but unfortunately YMCA legs.
did have one more question about Oklahoma State's defense. Just what are your thoughts about their defense? Because we hear a lot about their offense, but not a lot about defense.
Yeah, well, they're second in the league in forcing turnovers. Really good at blocking shots. They're intense. They get after it. They fly around. Coach has got some really good defensive schemes, both man and zone. That's one thing we really haven't seen much in this run is zone, but we run some pretty good zone stuff, and we've got some shooters out there. So it's going to be a challenge. I said going into the Tennessee game, I just hope we can get some shots on the rim because of their defense. And the good thing is, you look at the teams we've played. UCLA is physical, a team defensively, as you can see. Oregon, athletic, great length, and Colorado, a combination of that, and then Tennessee. So we've seen some pretty athletic, intense defenses in the last couple of weeks. So our guys, hopefully it shouldn't be a shock to them.
Yeah, hey Zach. With COVID restrictions early on, kind of limiting the time you guys were able to spend together, how hard was that to kind of develop that cohesiveness and chemistry, and maybe when did you kind of see that kind of being developed with you guys?
Yeah, I think it's been a very difficult thing all year, not just for us, but I think for any team, just getting that off the court type of bonding. I'd say in the last couple of weeks to last month is where we really came together and just kind of got to know each other and start meshing well.
Nick Krupke?
Gabe, certainly a monumental week for Beaver Nation and for yourself to stick through the run you've had in your career. But how special, obviously so unique for you to be playing tomorrow in round 2 and your middle brother playing tonight, and then your younger brother was playing high school football last night back home at Lake Ridge High, man. It's special stuff for the Reichle family.
Yeah, obviously we got a lot going on, and this is something that Gabe and I have dreamed of since we were little kids. So we're just soaking it all in and kind of trying to keep it, business right now. Each game, each day is, a business day, but I think it'll all soak in once it's all said and done, whenever that is. Hopefully that's not for another couple of weeks, but yeah, it's a real cool deal what we got going on.
Kate? Oh, you have a follow-up?
Yeah. What kind of communication do you and Gabe have? I know you're in the same city, you can't hang out, but
Yeah.
chatting up with what you were able to achieve last night, preparing him.
Oh yeah, we FaceTime a little bit. Haven't talked to him much. It's been finals week for both of us, so we've both been kind of busy with stuff in school. But I talked to him about once a day at the end of the day, just see how his day was. Obviously, tonight I think they play at like 10 p.m., so I'll be sleeping while they're playing.
Zach, obviously, as you just said, it's kind of a once in a lifetime kind of thing you dream of. What was your reaction yesterday when you guys walked out to the arena, kind of saw everything, and it finally was time to play?
Honestly, I think we were all pretty locked in. We had shoot around at the arena the day before, so we kind of got aware of our surroundings and everything. But I guess I didn't really take it all in at the moment. We were there to win a game, and that's what we did. So, like I said earlier, I think I'll soak it up all in when it's all said and done, whenever that is. But right now, we're just we're trying to win one game at a time.
Travis?
Zach, just as a local guy, as an Oregonian, I'm just curious. Wayne mentioned he had hundreds of people reach out to him with, saying congrats after the game. How many people reached out to you? Obviously with the local connection too. How many text messages did you have to respond to?
Yeah, it's been overwhelming in a good way. Nice to see people reaching out and people I haven't talked to obviously in a while reach out. So it's been very awesome to see the community kind of come together. And I know everyone back home, especially in Wilsonville, is cheering us on.
Nick Daschle?
Yeah, Zach, the offensive percentages, the field goal percentage have gone up quite a bit in the last 8 games, and you've really shot made a lot of threes. How much has the inside game helped your 3-point shooting?
Yeah, and I think it's been the biggest difference. When we get the ball to the bigs and our bigs are going, that frees us up to get open shots. So I think us getting them the ball more and obviously them producing, then the other team has to respect them. So then obviously we get good kickouts and swings of the ball, and then that leaves wide open shots for us. So when that happens, our percentages go up and we shoot the ball well.
Following up on that, Wayne has mentioned it took a while for you guys to buy into getting the ball inside. Is that true? Did it take a while for the guards and whatnot to?
Yeah, I'd say so. For our guards and me and other guys too, I think a lot of times early in the year and the middle of the year, we wanted to help out the team. So, we would take shots that weren't necessarily good shots and everything. But I think in the last month, last couple of weeks, we've realized that, us making the play might not help the team as much as getting the ball inside and then kick outs. So obviously that has been helping us a lot.
Kate?
Speaking of the defense, tomorrow you guys are going up against a very good Oklahoma State team with Cade Cunningham. What do you think about that kind of matchup, and how do you guys kind of plan to hopefully resist him?
Yeah, I know we walked through some stuff this morning. Honestly, I'm not too deep into the scouting report yet. We haven't really gotten one. So I think there are a bunch of different things we could do, but I'm not sure, what we're quite going to do yet. I know that's a big topic for the night. So I can't give you a straightforward answer right now just because I don't know. I have some things in mind. I'm not the coach, so I don't make those decisions.
Nick Repke, you have a follow-up or hand still up?
I guess I left it up, but that's fine. How much man is savoring? I mean, obviously, as a senior, you want to keep playing to keep that jersey on, and the year is so tumultuous, and even trying to be on the court. So, what's just the inside vibe that you're going through right now? The mental game to stay in it, and knowing that you only have what's in front of you.
To be honest, I haven't really been thinking about that. I haven't been trying to get too emotional or anything. I've just been staying locked in and. I haven't even thought of losing a game. Obviously, just going in every game thinking that we can win and competing and believing. So that hasn't really crept into my mind. I don't think it really will, because I think it's what's helping us win so far and keep me on track.
Any other questions for Zach?
Yeah, Zach. Just one other thing. During Oklahoma State's availability, one of their players said that he had never heard of the movie Hoosiers. Do you think there's anybody on your team that hasn't heard of that movie?
Probably. I would bet there probably is guys who haven't heard that on our team. Wouldn't be surprised.
You have, though, correct?
Yes, of course.